Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to take a look at everything you need to know about Apple's newest addition to its product line for 2021. AirTags. Now these things have been rumored since when Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but thank the Apple gods for finally releasing them. It took them long enough. Let's go over a quick unboxing before we get into all the nitty gritty. As you can see, here we have them. Now, AirTags do come in at $29 for a singular AirTag, or you can pick up the 4-pack, which is the better deal, coming in at $99 for 4, which brings down the effective price per AirTag in the 4-pack to roughly about $24.75 a piece, so not bad. I was genuinely anticipating these to be much pricier because, you know, Apple. We got the 4-pack here, but trust me, the single AirTag unboxing is exactly identical, only of course you'll have 3 fewer AirTags. But we can see we have our white Apple box with AirTag branding right at the top, and underneath that it says 4-pack with an image of the back of our highly anticipated AirTag in that polished stainless steel. We don't have much going on the sides, but flipping it over to the back we see AirTag's 4-pack in multiple languages. But what I find interesting is, look, check this out guys, towards the center it reads requires iOS or iPad OS device with the latest software. Makes me wonder if they had these all ready to go for a while now, and so Apple was just unsure as to what software would be newest when they finally released them, so they just put latest software on there just to be safe. Just a theory though. Okay, find the green tab situated near the bottom and pull on the small tab to find our package holding your precious AirTags. But before that, we do have some boring documentation that once again, I guarantee not a single human has read in its entirety. We came here for the AirTags. So now, unfold your holder and voila, there they are. 4 AirTags beautifully presented with some quick instructions. It instructs us to update to the latest software, which by the way, for these to work you must have iOS 14.5 or later, as iOS 14.5 is the software update that gave the AirTag support. Alright, let's go ahead and take one out of the packaging and see what all the sauce is about. So you'll see it's shrouded in this semi-frosted film to protect the device from scratches, because trust me, once that plastic is off, your stainless steel bottom will start to get scratched in 0.485 seconds flat. Pull on the tab that wraps around the entire device and you'll notice that it's being held by this last bit. This last piece is a tab, so pull that and what that'll do is close the battery circuit and the AirTag initiates for the first time and emits a very distinct chime that'll let you know your device is powered on. Once you do that, place the device no more than 2 centimeters from your nearest iOS or iPad OS device with the most recent software, and the instructions guide you through how to set it up for the first time. It'll ask you to name the AirTag to distinguish them. For example, is this AirTag going on some keys, a backpack, camera, purse, etc.? Then it'll ask you to register your AirTag to your Apple ID. So simply confirm your information and in no time, it is set up and will chime once more when ready, and then you'll be able to see it on the map and basically start to bask in all the usefulness this brand new product by Apple brings to the table. Now really quickly, since there's not much going on, the AirTag is basically the size of a US quarter roughly, maybe a little bigger than a quarter. The top features that iconic white Apple plastic and feels similar to the first generation Apple Pencil plastic for any of you that have held one of those. The top can either be blank or you can get some free engraving, pretty nice of Apple, but will most likely delay your delivery a few days while they customize your special AirTag. You can put whole words like I did with my channel name so long as it's not offensive, otherwise from what I've heard, Apple will cancel the order if your AirTags say some dumb shit. On the bottom we see our beautifully polished stainless steel that looks beautiful when brand new, but after literally a month will probably look like it got thrown in a blender. Especially if you plan to use your AirTags like on keys for example. It really reminds me of the back of the old school iPod Touches, you know, like the 3rd and 4th generation. It was that stainless steel that got scratched almost instantly. We can read around the circumference, it says AirTag, designed by Apple in California, assembled in China, Bluetooth LE, which stands for low energy, and ultra wide band. And of course, we can't forget our Apple logo right in the middle. It might not be so obvious, and actually, I don't think the instructions even mention it, but if you press down on the stainless steel plate counterclockwise, you'll be able to turn it and remove the stainless steel plate to expose the battery, which is your typical CR2032 battery, which can be easily found and can be easily replaced. The battery will last you about a year, and you can actually check the battery health right on the Find My app so you know when it's time to switch it out. Most typical keyless car remotes use the same kind of battery, and they're fairly inexpensive. But the true magic behind this tiny gadget is what's on the inside, including Apple's very own U1 chip that can also be found on some newer Apple devices such as the iPhone 11 or newer. If you happen to have an iPhone with the U1 chip, then you will be able to utilize the AirTag to its fullest potential with precision finding. So as you guys saw at the very beginning of the video, precision finding will direct you to the precise location of your lost items using a conglomerate of different components of the iPhone, including the camera, AR kit, accelerometer, and gyroscope. All of this, with of course some aid by the U1 chip, gives guidance provided through sounds, haptics, and visual feedback. Think about it like a metal detector, only you get this very nice and simple visual guide with steps letting you know exactly where you need to go to find your lost item. You can also ping the AirTag through precision finding in case it's under a couch or something so that it emits an actual sound to lead you to it a lot better. It's really quite useful. It's personally extremely cool, and I know it'll save me a ton of time when losing my keys for the 1000th time. Sometimes though, the connection can be poor and may take a few seconds for the precision finding to finally kick in, so it's not perfect but pretty close to perfect. Sounds like magic, right? Track your most important belongings like keys, cameras, tech bag, and so much more. What's happening behind the scenes that allows all this to happen? Well, in essence, your AirTag will emit a low energy and secure Bluetooth signal that can be detected by nearby devices in the Find My network. Now, this is very important as the Find My network is comprised of hundreds of millions, if not billions, of iOS devices scattered throughout the entire world, okay? So every time a Find My device is within close proximity to the AirTag's location gets passively updated in the Find My network just like any other device that is hooked onto the Find My network. Think about it like a mesh network in a sense. So in theory, because there are so many iOS and iPadOS and macOS devices hooked up to the Find My network, this makes the process of finding your lost AirTag extremely simple since it's constantly being updated by other Apple devices. Of course, it's dependent on your area. As you can imagine, some urban centers or big cities could have hundreds of Apple devices updating the Find My network in any given block, whereas maybe in most rural parts may not have as many devices hooked up to the Find My network. Those other devices then send the location of your AirTag to iCloud, which then updates the Find My app so that you can see the location on an actual map. The location is encrypted and anonymous, so only the rightful owner of the AirTag can see its location in real time. In other words, only the Apple ID that was used to register the AirTag will be able to see its location. And since privacy is at the forefront of Apple's core beliefs, or so they claim, they've also went ahead and added extra security features to the AirTags. For example, you ever think maybe someone might want to use AirTags maliciously? Like what if someone wanted to slip an AirTag into your car or a purse so that they can track your location? Well, Apple already thought ahead and implemented a sort of anti-stalker feature. Here, let me explain. Say some lowlife sneaks an AirTag into your backpack, for example, with the intent of trying to track you down. What the AirTag will do is recognize first that the AirTag is now nowhere near the proximity of the actual owner. Remember, you have to register your AirTag to begin with in order to start tracking. Once that AirTag has been following you around and away from the original owner for some time, your iPhone will show you a message saying that an AirTag is within close proximity of you and most likely following you and tracking you as you move. If after a few moments you still haven't located the malicious AirTag, it'll begin to emit a sound to let you know it's there. And once you find it, chuck it as far as you can, or I don't know, attach it to a squirrel. That'll really throw off that asshole who was trying to track you. But what if you're at the mall with some friends and your buddy has an AirTag? Won't it start ringing after following you for an hour or two at the mall? Not so fast. Remember that it'll only alert you once the original owner is no longer in your vicinity and the AirTag still is. It's only when the AirTag gets separated from its owner and follows you is when it'll alert you. Now, what happens if you actually lose your item? For example, what if you left your book bag on the ground at the mall, forgot about it, and then you come back to scoop it up only to realize it's gone? Simple. Head over to the Find My app, select the item, and now scroll and toggle on Lost mode. Now at this point, it'll prompt you to enter your phone number along with a message so that hopefully the person who took it can get your contact info, and if they are a good Samaritan, return it back to you, or at least that's the goal. And that person who found your lost AirTag doesn't even necessarily have to have an iPhone. Say they have an Android device, then they simply need to scan the tag like any other NFC tag, and it'll redirect it to a website with the owner's contact information. Really cool. Hopefully there's a lot of other iOS devices nearby so that the location of your lost AirTag constantly gets passively updated on the map so that you're better able to locate your lost item. This is what I think will make AirTags a huge hit and will make the market share from other companies such as Tile dwindle. Tile also works in a similar network to Apple's, but of course, as we all know, Apple has been known to kill entire product categories, and sadly, unless Tile has the pocket rockets or a plan B up their sleeve, I feel they will sadly meet their demise pretty soon. It's just how Apple rolls. Like with many of their other products, there are some optional accessories you can purchase directly from Apple to make your AirTags experience better, such as bag chains, keychains, and also some loops to attach to things like purses or backpacks. They're not cheap though, as the cheapest loop Apple offers costs just as much as the AirTag itself, coming in at 29 bucks. I of course will be reviewing each and every new accessory for the AirTags, including the loops, leather keychains, and also the ultra coveted Hermes AirTag keychain. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Otherwise, Apple also has some third-party alternatives from great companies like Belkin at a much cheaper price. So look at this, $12.95 for a pretty basic keychain holder with Belkin, 30 bucks with Apple. If you don't want to pay the Apple tax, the Belkin offerings are a great alternative. But here's the thing, folks. This is barely scratching the surface. There's so much to talk about AirTags, it's hard to condense it all into one single video. One thing's for certain, I love AirTags and feel that AirTags will revolutionize how we go about our day-to-day, just like the iPhone did, and just like the MacBook did, or even the Apple Watch. Apple entered this brand new category and I am beyond excited. Were they the first to create small tracking devices? Of course not. Companies like Tile have been doing this for years. But is Apple's ecosystem and Find My network gonna make this a no-brainer for iPhone users? Probably. It's a well-known fact that Apple's walled gardens is what keeps so many Apple enthusiasts ensnared, and it's hard to argue with. But honestly, at only $29 for a single or $99 for a 4-pack, this all-new product by Apple makes for a terrific gift and is within reach for just about anyone. I do want to know what you guys' thoughts are though. Did you already pick up some AirTags, and if so, how are you liking them? What items will you be tracking? Let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned as there is so much stuff we still have to go over, including the new iMacs, new iPad Pros, and much more. I will also be making some future videos on the usefulness and some tips and tricks pertaining to the AirTags. Make sure to hit that like button as it helps me out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm, and with that being said, I'm clocking out for now, but I can't wait to catch you all in the next one. Peace.